If you want a case study on how to address the pitfalls, pandejos and promise in California's fight against the coronavirus, get on the 101 North after morning rush hour and head to Oxnard. This working-class, supermajority Latino city remains the brown-skinned stepchild of a county where the split between wealthy suburbs and agricultural towns is straight out of the 1950s. So it's little surprise the coronavirus has disproportionately ravaged Oxnard. The city represents about a quarter of Ventura County's population but 40% of its coronavirus cases and nearly 37% of its COVID-19 deaths. Oxnard is the type of place where the coronavirus stalks the poor and powerful alike. Carmen Ramirez, a former city council member who now represents Oxnard as a county supervisor, had a brother die of COVID earlier this month. Ventura County Public Health Director Rigo Vargas, who grew up in South Oxnard, told me his wife lost an aunt because too many relatives continued to party over the winter holidays despite stay-at-home mandates. It's not something that's fixed overnight with a CARES Act, or government, said Ramirez, a civil rights lawyer by trade. I'm surprised coronavirus hasn't impacted us more. I struggle with seeing this pandemic strike our community the way that it has, said Vargas, the son of farmworkers. It's at the forefront of our intentions and priorities as a county and community. But this virus has its own ways. The situation is so dire that Ramirez said the county looked into banning businesses from renting out chairs and bounce houses. The move went nowhere because cities could simply ignore any mandate. But Oxnard also offers a counter-narrative that we don't hear enough of when it comes to the media's depiction of Latinos and coronavirus: resilience, agency, and folks more than willing to call out their own community. One of the things that struck me the day I visited Oxnard was how blunt everyone was about the situation. They realize that the fight before them is both structural and personal, and everyone has to go into battle together, or die apart. If we don't take care of the least of our brethren, as Jesus said, Ramirez said, not only is it immoral and wrong, it's going to come back and bite us. Outside a recreation center at Southwinds Park, a long line of women waited for free food. I came at the invitation of Henry Villanueva, a retired Ventura County behavioral health worker. Frustrated in July at what he felt was an indifferent response by city and county officials to the coronavirus, he urged community groups with different missions, neighborhood councils, healthcare volunteers, concerned mothers and the like, to form a coalition and raise desmadre with the county. Very early on, it was apparent it was going to hit us, said Kelly Christiansen, Southwinds Neighborhood Council co-chair. And we were going to not get helped. So we had to help ourselves.